There's a mystery in the world of Overwatch, a secret that flows and weaves its way through the game's story. Could it be a conspiracy kept hidden by Overwatch? Could Junkrat be in possession of the information? Could the Iris be involved? Let's follow the thread that runs through the world of Overwatch and ties it all together. Let's begin with Junkrat. He might not be the first person to come to mind as being in possession of the world's biggest secret. However, the Mad Bomber did discover something. In his official bio, it states that Junkrat previously made a living from scavenging materials from a destroyed Omnium in Australia. While digging around, he uncovered a valuable secret in the bones of the facility. So what could that secret be? Some heroes comment on what he found.
Where did you hide your treasure? You could hardly have it on your person.
Although Hanzo refers to it as a treasure, the bio clearly states secret, so perhaps he uncovered some information. Could Junkrat have dug further than any other scavenger and discovered what was at the heart of the Omnium? Did he find a god program? We have theorized that the self-improving AI that was installed in the Omniums kept improving even after they were shut down prior to the war. When they woke back up, the AI had achieved a level of consciousness and power that humans had never seen before. These AIs became the god programs and forced Omnics to fight the war for them. As far as we can tell, the public have no idea about the existence of god programs, but we can be pretty sure one organization probably did. Overwatch. A 6-person strike team was able to bring an end to a war that even the world's largest armies could not stop. It only makes sense that they had some kind of information the rest of the world didn't. Perhaps they knew of god programs and, more importantly, how to quarantine them. We know one such god program was quarantined in Egypt. Anubis features in the Farah comic, and we see it controlling Omnics and trying to escape. It's fairly safe to assume from the context of the comic that there are more god programs in quarantine in other locations. Overwatch likely maintained the quarantines, but when it was disbanded, someone else would have to take over. Perhaps it fell into the private sector and businesses stepped in to take over the facilities, just like Helix Security in Egypt. If they are now controlled by powerful companies, perhaps they are trying to use them for their own ends. What about if an organization like Lumerico had their own god program trapped under lock and key? We learned in Sombra's origin video that she stumbled across a global conspiracy while seemingly digging into Lumerico. Could it be that she caught a glimpse of what these companies were doing with the god programs? Perhaps she even discovered that a god program is pulling the strings behind these companies. On the Temple of Anubis map, she talks about finding a way through Helix's firewalls.
I'm going to find a way through Helix's firewalls.
Could this be so she can investigate their god program? Or perhaps these are the same firewalls that hold the AI in the temple. If so, she could be looking to free the program. Another interesting note is at the center of her web of conspiracy, there is a symbol that looks like an eye. Maybe this is a symbol for the god programs. Perhaps it's even an icon for the Iris, worshipped by the Shambali Omnics. The Shambali monks preach that the Iris sees humans and machines as equals, and it seems to be looked to as a form of Omnic god. Could Iris have been a god program as well? Perhaps one that did not see humanity as something to be destroyed, but rather something to work alongside. Or maybe it's a bluff. God programs are known to be able to control Omnics. Could it be essentially brainwashing the monks while it plans to free its fellow god programs? If we are right, and the secret that runs through Overwatch is the existence of god programs, as well as their quarantine and perhaps control by corporations, which other heroes could know about it? Bastion is the last remaining Bastion unit. These machines made up much of the Omnic forces. When the war ended, they were all left to rot or be destroyed, except for one. Could he remember being controlled by the god programs? Even if he does, it's pretty unlikely he's going to be able to tell us. Now, although Winston wasn't a founding member of Overwatch, he could have knowledge of their existence as well. The AI we see working alongside him is called Athena, the name of a Greek god similar to Iris. We believe Athena was another god program, but one that chose to work with Overwatch. She could even have been the one to tell them of the existence of the other AI and how to defeat them. If this is the case, Winston almost certainly knows about the rest of them. It's not just the Madman and the good guys who could have access to the information either. Widowmaker is working alongside Reaper, a founding member of Overwatch and someone who would definitely know about the whole thing. They are both working for the terrorist organization Talon. Perhaps Talon is actually working under orders of a god program. Assassinating Mandata, stealing powerful items, hacking Athena, the attack in Russia, it could all be about bringing about a second Omnic crisis and freeing the other AI from their quarantine. This might also explain why Sombra is working with them. She seems to be using them to find out more about the conspiracy she uncovered. If the existence of god programs is true and Talon are working for one of them, it would make sense she tried to infiltrate them. It also lines up with her voice line about breaking the Anubis firewalls. So, what do you think? Does it all tie together? Did Junkrat uncover a god program? And if so, what did he do with it? Did Overwatch cover up their existence? Is the Iris a god program, and if so, is it really good? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and as always, this has been Jason for Curse saying thanks for watching, and enjoy the game.